What's up, YouTube? It's DomUniverse. Now, I wanted to make a continuation of yesterday's video and get in touch on this because I don't want to have to keep speaking on this. Now, when you got a job, you got to realize, like, a job is technically modern day slavery. Because what was slaves doing back when we had slave trades and slaves and whatnot? They were getting sold to people and they was working under them. Slaves were getting paid. They were getting paid nonetheless, but they was working and having to get paid instead of having their own business. So they was working under somebody, and they also had to give some of their earnings to the master, and I quote, aka the boss. So you got it depends on the mindset you got when you go into your job, because the weekend is called the weekend for a reason. You're not like when you going to work all week and you come home and you tired on the weekend, and then Saturday in the Bible, Saturday in Genesis is the day you supposed to rest. You don't gotta go to fucking church on no Sunday. You're supposed to be resting. You don't do shit. I fast on Sundays, as a matter of fact. We could talk about fasting some other time, but I say think of work as a spiritual training ground, because when you go to work, like when I get jobs, when I go to work, I think of myself as just a helper. But when you go to work, you there talking to people. You can go to work. Don't think about it as a task. Just because you need to be doing something anyway. You're not supposed to be sitting down all day. You sitting down all day, you're going to be immobile, and that's going to make your legs weaker. It's going to make you unhealthy, out of shape. It's going to give you erectile dysfunction. This goes for people who like to sit at home and binge watch TV and play video games all day and be on the internet. Plus, you getting too much dopamine. But work can be a spiritual training ground because you got employees there, right? So being that all humans are one, you can practice this concept at work by communicating with people, getting close to your employees. Because when you at work and you talk, right, it go by faster. The day go by faster, right? But not all jobs. It's not like all jobs you sit next to somebody to talk to. It's not always like that. But that's not the only way you can make your job a training ground. You learning willpower when you at work. You need willpower. Willpower is one of your most important stats, one of your most important traits, characteristics. You also like learning to help. You are a servant, so you supposed to help. Any job you do, you are helping. It don't matter if you got your own job, you helping. You're a servant. And like, depending on your mindset when you go into work, you not supposed to give your energy to shit. Really. Excuse me, so that you don't be tired after work. You don't gotta think of work as like something that has to be done, because you don't have to be in nobody's fucking establishment. If you at a job and you feel like you shouldn't be there, it would not be wrong for you to just quit. Just like that. It would not be wrong. That would be perfect. I always thought, like, my mental health is more important than a fucking job. Because I had a job one time where I was working so much, I never got to take breaks. I didn't get to take breaks. I remember taking a picture in the bathroom and I looked like a fucking zombie. And I just had to stand all day, not getting a fucking break. Sometimes I probably, when I was working at that job, I probably had 4 to 5 breaks max, and I was at that job for about 2 months, a month, 2 months, some shit like that. A month. I could not take that. I couldn't take it. I don't give a fuck. They was telling me 90 days. I had people putting in good words for me. I was cool with some of the employees because they was gonna help me get like a promotion faster than what I was supposed to, because they wanted me to do 90 days. But I'm like, I'm wasting my gym membership because they wanted me to get off work often at like 11, 12, and sometimes on rare occasion it'll be 1 a.m. And I'm like, at this point, I can't even go to the fucking gym if if y'all always got me here late at work? So I have to cancel my membership at the gym. So it got to a point where it was like, I can't even take care of my health because of the job. I can't even work out because working out is something mandatory to my life. If your job is cutting into your life, it's time for you to either evaluate or leave that job. Period. No job should come before your life. And another thing is, people think that when you get older, you gotta be like this serious adult-like person. And when you go to work, you gotta have this serious mindset. No job is supposed to be like that. No job. And you supposed to keep a childish mindset your entire life. Because if you becoming an adult, you becoming too serious, right? You becoming too fucking serious. You are like programming yourself, making yourself a fucking robot, because all adults, they act alike, right? Now, I'm not gonna say all. A lot of adults act alike. How they call adults, what they call adults, or what they call definitive to an adult. They think that you got to be this serious person who doesn't like to play, who doesn't like entertainment or joy in their life. You're supposed to be innocuous. You're supposed to have a childlike complex, because when you have a childlike complex, you are keeping your creativity. You are keeping your imagination. You are being more lovable. You have more love for the world and yourself. You never supposed to let go of your childlike side, or you're going to be doomed. Because if you are an adult, adults think, how do I put this? It makes more sense to become mature more than adult-like. You get me? It's not bad to be childish. We're all supposed to be childish. Children are they're more spiritually advanced than a fucking adult. Period. And the child doesn't even know it. Children babble at birth. They speak light language at birth. They're born with their third eye open. They know that they have superpowers. Their imagination is big as shit. They don't fear anything. Adults fear. A lot of adults are programmed and don't know that they are programmed to fear. Children don't fear shit. A children will walk into fucking death and come out with a straight face, with a poker face, like that was nothing. Because children are brave as fucking shit. When you getting older, you getting all these implants into your left brain of things that you think you should fear when you shouldn't be fearing anything. Children are already pure at birth. They don't know all this matrix bullshit. They don't understand fear. If you teach them fear and you showing them things you supposed to fear, and they seeing things where people making them believe they should fear it, people fear things they don't understand, right? Children are supposed to be taught, but they not supposed to be taught bullshit. This is why you should be homeschooling your child. You're supposed to homeschool, because we're not talking about school in this video. I can make a whole nother video on that. But you get what I'm saying. You supposed to remain innocuous, childlike, childish. I don't mean immature. Immaturity is a whole different ballgame. That's just letting go immaturity, letting go ignorance. A job is supposed to be something fun, something you enjoy. If you don't enjoy working where you at, or you can't find the fun in it, you have to leave. You have to be doing something you enjoy doing. Because if you at a place and you just working just to work, imagine you at a place working, right? And you just working. You unconsciously working. You are making yourself a fucking robot. Like, unconsciously doing your job, you are making yourself a fucking robot, and you don't even realize it. And you come to work every day like a fucking zombie. Just look at yourself. You can do better. You gotta learn to change your mind. That's why I'm calling these series of videos a reprogramming, because I want to help y'all reprogram your mind and take it away from this bullshit that society wants y'all to think y'all supposed to be thinking on a day-to-day basis. Yo, if you post a job not supposed to feel like a job. A job supposed to feel like something fun. Even if you working under somebody, it should be something you enjoy doing. Like when I was working at a nursing home before I got laid off for some lying bullshit. I enjoyed that job because I made friends with all of my employees. My job wasn't too hard, and I was helping people. I was always helping people. I was helping senior citizens. I was helping, and some of the children that would be there, I would help some of the children. And even when some of the activities people who supposed to sit there and do bingo and watch TV with some of the seniors, I would do that even though I wasn't activities. I was working in the kitchen doing all this stuff. I was a porter at that time, and this was 3 years ago. Like when you working under somebody, you supposed to get your full profit. You have to pay. You not even getting all your money. I understand you gotta pay taxes. You gotta pay all this other bullshit. But when you have a job, you paying for other bullshit. You getting paid by the hour. You just getting paid by the hour based off how much they want you to make. Sometimes you don't even make your full fucking paycheck. Sometimes it's always something that's to the paycheck that pertains to the paycheck. And then you gotta wait till sometimes you gotta wait every year to get your raise. When you work in your own business, your money increase regardless. You don't just get no one amount of money. You don't have to pay back nobody, no percentage. You are your own boss. Your profit is your profit. You profiting off your profit. Like, and then you don't have to worry about having to get paid through no paycheck. You get paid right there. You don't gotta wait no week, no 2 weeks, nothing. You get paid right there. That's what cryptocurrency. We have the internet. This is why we have the internet. Internet makes it way more easier to communicate, sell, and start a business. You can have your business on the internet. This is why there's YouTubers. This is why there's clothing websites, etc. They're making their own business. If you have a YouTube channel, you make profit off of YouTube videos. You can use that profit to start another business with that. Like oftentimes YouTubers, they start a clothing brand, or they start a clothing brand. They like to start clothing brands. That's just, you supposed to be an entrepreneur. That's entrepreneurship. We learn this in school, in high school, whatever. I didn't go to no dumbass schools growing up that taught me all type of bullshit, because they taught me some spiritual shit. They taught me some important things like history, meaning his story. That's just something I can think of. Or I took stock marketing class, but I didn't understand it. I took that in 8th grade. I understand stock marketing, even though I didn't pay attention in that class. I got taught about what's inside of makeup, what's in, and how they test things on animals. But we could talk about that in another video. But yeah, you supposed to now remember what I said about bugs seeing in 1D. Let me retouch on that, because I think I explained that all ridiculous. So take this in. An insect, bugs see in 1D, right? An insect sees in 1D. An insect's purpose here, I didn't mean to say they have no purpose, right? An insect fucking purpose is to work. A bee is an insect. A bee is not a parasite. A bee is an insect. An insect, all the insects, ants, bees, they supposed to be here. They are supposed to be here. All they do is work. They have a 1D mind, a 1D density, one-dimensional thinking, linear. All they do is work. All they do is work. Because if we didn't have bees, if we didn't have fucking ants and whatnot, if we didn't have these bugs, think of how fucking life would be. We cannot survive on this planet without these bugs. These bugs are a part of the matrix. Some of them have no conscience. Some of them have So, see, ants share a chakra. Ants share a chakra. This is why they all move in alignment with each other, because they share a chakra, a consciousness. This is why they all able to work so well together. Now with parasites have no purpose here. Parasites are just here to feed on things. They're nothing. They're nothing. They don't do shit but feed on shit. If you only here to feed on shit, you are a parasite. You're going to have to be disposed of. Just like the evil that's going on, the shadow government and whatnot, just like that bullshit. If you a parasite on this planet, you have to be dealt with, or you're going to be dealt with eventually. If you a parasite, what happens when we are all cells, right? What happens when we cells of the universe? What happens when your own cells start to eat each other or just start feeding off you? Your cells are going to start to kill the bad cells. Your body going to start destroying the bad cells. It's going to start fighting it, right? So what the fuck you think we supposed to do to the parasites here? No, I'm not even talking about the bug parasites. I'm talking about the dark entities, beings that we have on this planet controlling everything. They have to die. We have to attack back. We're not supposed to sit here and be defenseless. But that's not this topic right now. You really supposed to thank bees, bumblebees, bees, the honeybees and whatnot that's on this planet working for to help us survive on this planet. Because remember, bees were going extinct, right? If we don't have bees, how the fuck is the planet going to get the plants and flowers pollinated? We cannot survive without bees. When you go into your job, your higher self know. It automatically know, even before your higher self know everything about you. Your higher self know what's good and bad for you. Your higher self is always trying to send you signs and speak through you, speak to you. Remember I said, think about your higher self. Like in a video game, you have your avatar, right? But you have the controller. You have the controller. Now in real life, there you have you and you have your higher self. Think of your higher self as the one with the controller. Your higher self, when you was a child, your higher self was controlling the shit out of you. Your higher self only comes through and takes over when you are relaxed, when you let it, when you are so conscious, when you are in a meditative or flow state, when you're just doing something naturally without thinking about it. Like for example, let's say sewing. You sewing the shit out of that sweater. You not fucking up on no part of the sweater. You just in your zone. You just in the flow state. You in a meditative state. Your higher self know how to fucking knit. It knows how to sew fucking sweaters. If you don't, like we humans were originally created to be slaves in the beginning. The first humans that was created by the Anunnaki. Remember, they were created to mine gold. And then after that, we got our freedom. When we got our freedom, some of the humans did some fucked up shit to the Caucasoids. That's why then black people, then the melanated humans went into slavery. See, we was in slavery twice. And people don't know that. But the Caucasoids were the first slaves. That's where the Slavic people come from. The Slavics. We supposed to be free. We not supposed to be working under nobody. I'm going to keep saying it. Nobody is supposed to be our boss. We don't have a fucking boss. You not a fucking minion. I mean, we not going to count backdrop people. Backdrop people, this is why I say it's always going to be business on this planet. This is a planet based off exchange. Everything is about exchange. But with backdrop people, they always going to be here. So you cannot run out of customers, period. If everybody not supposed to be a boss. Everybody not supposed to be a boss. I will say that. Everybody is not supposed to be working a job. Everybody not supposed to be a business. But whatever it is, you are serving to somebody. So if you like to make clothes and sell, you're not necessarily Like, you're not supposed to have employees, as a matter of fact, unless it's like, let's say, co-owner, because they get you. That's probably, it's likely that co-owner is your friend and they share profit with you from the business. But other than that, you're supposed to have a business that you are able to run yourself. You don't necessarily got to have employees, but employees, the employee position is for backdrop people who are a part of this matrix, who are supposed to be here. People, they don't have a soul necessarily, but they have a conscience. They have a conscience. They belong here. It's always gonna be consumers. Always. You cannot run out of business, especially if you think that it's like this. I told y'all, just because you have the same idea as somebody, like you want to sell clothes and somebody else want to sell clothes, it's a bunch of clothing stores. Just because it's a bunch of clothing stores do not mean you can't sell clothes. Just add your own taste to it. It's not hard. It's not hard to make your own business. It's not hard to do shit. It's not hard for you to prosper. That's what you was put here to do. Create. If you're not here creating something, you are wasting space. You have to create if you on this planet. Don't waste your time and wait till you like 70 to want to feel like, oh, if I was 20 years old, I would have did this, or I would have built this business, or I would have got this started. This is why I say, do it as early as you can. If you 16, get a fucking job. Try to get a fucking job. I don't give a fuck about no extracurriculars you doing for after school. Fuck that. Fuck that after school bullshit. I don't care if it's sports. Work on yourself. Fuck a sport, because if you aiming to be in the fucking league, NBA, NFL, fuck the NFL, fuck the NBA, because it's rigged and it's based off numbers, and your fucking team not gonna always be destined to win. It's gonna be rigged. It's a corrupt business. So fuck sports. You can play sports online. Make a business. Do your own shit. It's people who make profit just hooping, just playing basketball, making basketball videos. You don't have to be in the fucking league. I understand you like to play basketball. I understand you like to fuck the NBA, fuck NFL, fuck sports. This is probably why I never gravitated towards sports in my life. Like I liked soccer. I played soccer. I played basketball when I was younger. Soccer was my shit. Other than that, the only sport I like is arm wrestling. I watch arm wrestling. That's the only sport I would watch, is arm wrestling. I think that shit is dope. It's manly as shit to me. That's masculine as fuck. I think that's hard. That's hard body. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to get that shit out. Let y'all know, fuck a job. Fuck society standards. You do not have to go by that. I'm wondering if I should drop another video today, but this is the end of this video. I love y'all. DomUniverse taking off. Like, subscribe. Peace.